Brace yourself for spoilers and don't forget to hold the door. We are PopVulture and this is the Squawk. Game of Thrones
season review.
So also coming up later on in the video towards the end somewhere, we've got a little bit of a giveaway that might keep you a little bit interested over a short period of time. So stick around for that as well. More details coming soon. So we have had 5 episodes so far. We are officially halfway through this season of Game of Thrones, season 6.
See, yes.
And poor Hodor, we hardly knew ye.
Oh.
Seems to be the way for most people this season, though. Everybody seems to be sort of like, oh, I've got no real purpose, so I'm just gonna die or leave. Case in point, Jorah Mormont.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm going scaly. I'll see you later for a bit. Let's take a step back for a second.
Let's go back.
Breaking down the episode from piece to piece.
We're gonna break this episode.
We're gonna break this episode down.
It's the most recent.
As quickly as we can, and we'll then move on to our predictions as to what we think.
What about the earlier? What about before?
Not much has happened.
I was gonna say, do I have to be that guy who's like, not a lot has really
Not
happened
a lot
this
has
season?
happened so far in the
Obviously,
season.
Jon Snow's come back.
Jon Snow's alive.
That's the big thing.
Exactly.
Oh, and Daenerys obviously killed all the cults.
And so
she's like, I'm taking all you.
Dothraki are mine.
How easy was that? Can I say? She was just like, bye.
Burn everything. All that's really happened, Jon Snow's alive, Sansa's gotten better at acting.
Yeah.
Because X-Men taught her how to act. We're going to talk as quickly as we can because we want to get this up as quickly as possible, and it's late at night now as well. So, what the hell happened this episode?
Was it just me or did Arya's bit go on too long?
Oh yeah, far too long. Can we just cut to her being a badass assassin?
That's what I'm saying, can we just get there now?
Rather than hanging out with Sexy Jesus for all the time.
Jesus!
Because, like, as much as I love him, Jackham needs to pack it in now. Because all we're getting from Jackham at the moment is every time Arya does something good, he goes...
Yeah, so it's something good, it's something bad, it's like...
So yeah, so that happened. Arya's bit completely pointless. Skip to her being a...
That awkward play. I was like, this is such a waste of this episode.
That awkward play with Richard E.
I was like, yes!
So her thing, basically she's got to kill someone again and not betray Jackham.
Yeah.
Alright. Ironborn. Their uncle's shown up. It's all like, I killed your dad, but I'm gonna be king.
Theon has a real time now, doesn't he? The ramifications for over with the Starks.
Yeah.
He is paid in tenfold. He's like, my sister's king, then like his nutty uncle's here. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, why does no one want to let me live?
Let's just nick some ships and try and get to Daenerys before they do. I think is the plan from here on out.
Do you reckon?
I reckon so.
Do they even know she exists?
Well, he told them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much
Sorry, I was probably
them.
texting on that bit.
You probably
So I was a bit like, I don't like no.
The one bit that I wasn't really paying attention at, in all honesty, Marine. Does anybody really care about Marine?
I wouldn't care about Marine at all if it wasn't Tyrion.
No, exactly.
Tyrion's sailing that ship right now.
But we now have another Lady in Red. Lady in Red.
Is she going to be all old and
potentially. She serves the Lord of the Light, and she also made Varys speechless for the first time that we've ever seen him.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Speaking of Varys, backtracking a little bit, Littlefinger got a bit of what's coming to him.
He did, yeah, because Sansa's like, no!
Because Sansa's like, I can act now, and I'm going to tell you what.
Your finger's little and I do not like you.
You are a little bastard. He's riding to find some armies.
Riding to her uncle, who's got his army.
The Tullys.
Samuel Tarvey.
No, the Tullys.
Oh, no, I'm taking the piss.
So this, basically, so far, we've not really had much of a structure. We're going off on tangents again.
Yeah, but it's fine, because that's a bit like what this season's had.
Exactly. And this is what else have you come to
See, I don't want to diss the show.
No.
But I feel like Game of Thrones now is kind of...
It won't do anything for an episode, and then we'll get 10 minutes of just back.
That's just right there.
And there were a few things that will potentially have knock-on effects for the rest of this season. That being, obviously, the Ironborn are now split in half, with Theon and Yara going their own ways, and Euron or being a dick.
Yeah.
And obviously...
Jon being king of the...
badasses.
North.
Well, yeah, but he's off. He's not Lord Commander anymore. Ed's Lord Commander. And we had a little funny bit where he was like... Shut
the Midway through the episode, they snuck that in there, where the little creatures of the wood, or whatever the called, created the White Walkers.
Oh yeah, so that was a thing that we learnt, because they created the first ever White Walker in order to combat the humans.
I'm assuming...
that they were in a war with at the time.
Yeah, and I'm assuming he's the big king dude.
That'll be the Night King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on in the episode, right at the end, Bran decides to just walk by himself, doesn't he?
Well, can we just, because he's going left, right, and centre. He's green, whatever it is, green planing or whatever the it's called.
Yeah,
he's doing his powers, and he.
Hodor's day up. That's what he's doing.
Well, more or less. First of all, he's doing it with Max von Sydow. Obviously, Max von Sydow, great Shakespearean actor. He is the three-eyed raven. He sucks himself into his powers so that he can see what's going on, and he it because he sees the Night King, who instantly recognises him and touches him.
You knew as soon as he walked through that group as well, you were like, these dudes are going to see you.
Yeah, and you're going to be
You're going to be in big doo-doo.
It appears, according to the Three-Eyed Raven, that once the Night King touches you, you are marked.
Yeah.
And all magical barriers are then broken down, which potentially could mean if Bran moves south of the wall, that the wall won't contain them. So we're
Oh God.
basically.
My thought the whole way through the show was going to be the dragons will be the thing that sort of stop the White Walkers.
They don't get burnt.
Gonna say fire's like no, right?
Oh, that's with it's all bad times.
It
And
is.
the revelation, the biggest revelation to come out of this was we found out why Hodor is Hodor, and that is because Bran is a little dickhead. And even though his family and friends were in danger, he decided to walk by himself into both versions of Hodor, both past and present, as he's inside the vision. We've seen
Well, that's
before,
pretty mad,
by the
though,
way.
how
Why
he-
were they back in a vision that they've already seen?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't understand that. There's obviously something consequential happened there that we haven't actually seen yet, other than the Hodor thing.
It was the introduction of Ned's sister. It's the first time that we've seen her on screen as a young girl. And obviously the main theory progressing onwards is that Jon Snow is half Targaryen and half Stark. And that Ned Stark's sister actually had a relationship with a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Rhaegar Targaryen, nonetheless.
I was saying to you about a kooky little theory a minute ago as
Yes.
well. That obviously now we've seen Bran can manipulate things in the past, and obviously consequently Hodor for his entire life, is that maybe, just maybe, he's the cause of everything.
Quite
And
possessed.
what if there's a point that we haven't seen yet where Bran does a little time travel and he's talking to the Mad King, and the voice is in the Mad King's head of Bran, and then Bran accidentally causes the Game of Thrones? What if? That's intricate storytelling, Coleman.
That is very intricate storytelling, and it would mean that this whole thing would go full circle, which would be a very nice conclusion and a very interesting way to go.
I don't know if you're like me, is where I kind of get in the mode where I'm like, I want resolutions now.
Yeah.
But we're still got like 2-3 seasons of this.
We're very impatient people by our very nature. We've got 5 episodes of this season left.
5 left.
And in fairness, they've done the season a service by giving us something quite big to whet our appetite for the rest of the 5 episodes to come. I'm very excited to see how things progress. The one thing I'm not excited to see how they progress, Daenerys Targaryen is an entitled bitch. She does not belong
Do you know what?
as the
I have not liked her since day one.
She slept with a Dothraki once, and then she's all like, I'm your
I'm
queen, listen to
Khaleesi.
me. And now
Khaleesi.
we have a very strong divide in between everybody, basically. Everybody wants to go to war with the bodies.
I'm just attracted to her.
I'm not. We have a divide with the Lord of the Light as well, because we now have 2 red priestesses.
Yeah. Which one's the one?
Melisandre, who believes that the chosen one, or the prince that was promised, is in fact Jon Snow, after previously believing that it was Stannis
If he's
Baratheon.
Targaryen,
That would make sense.
it was going to make sense.
We've also got the new red priestess, who is more attractive, decidedly, turning around and
Younger,
saying
isn't
that Daenerys is actually the one that was promised.
Who's to say they're
But
not
she
family?
is a Targaryen.
But they're family. I'd say we can pretty much bank on that
Yeah.
at this point.
And if we don't, then you can write to PO Box. I don't give a see you later, juice. Bye.
PO Box HBO doesn't care.
Exactly. This episode was good. It wasn't incredible. The last 10
Do you know
minutes
what?
were good.
I must admit, the way this was built up to me all day by people who have seen the episode, I expected it to be like Red Wedding, like levels of.
Yeah, no, I don't
That's
think
the way
any-
it's been built up to me all day.
I don't think anything
And I was a bit late. Oh,
me.
don't get me wrong. I felt the feels. I was
Oh,
upset.
feels, yeah.
I felt the feels. But at the same time, though, Hodor isn't a character I'm strongly attached to.
Do you know what?
He's a
hit-
character I'm like, oh, Hodor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what hit me harder than Hodor?
What?
Summer.
Yeah, I know. Why?
There's no more.
Brutally as well.
Oh, there's no more direwolves.
There was definite direwolf leg.
Alas, Summer, we also hardly knew you. So we've got 2 quite big deaths this episode.
Yeah.
Neither of which I really cared about.
No.
Because Bran is a little shit.
And Tyrion and Jon are alive.
Which is all we need.
That's all I need. To be fair, they're the only 2 characters I genuinely give a about anymore.
Can we also just point out really, really quickly, just as a sort of 30-second add-on, that Jorah professed his love to Daenerys.
Yeah, like that.
Whilst her boyfriend was standing
and he
there.
was well awkward. He was like, this is awkward. But at the same time, fair play to you.
Yeah, he was standing right there. But you know, now he's off to go find.
He knew he wasn't going to
She'd
get
got all
D in her, was he?
weepy and all that. So we've sort of, in so many words and in a complete mess of things, explained what we liked about this episode and where we think the rest of the season's going to go.
I was going to say, we touched on
all the
beginning of the season, because, like, again, the 4 episodes before this, nothing happened to that Daenerys thing. Oh, and Jon come back, but we do that, because there was posters of him everywhere.
Yeah.
In the build-up to this season coming back.
So moving on, we now have Sansa and Jon going off to find armies so that they can fight the Boltons, so that they can take back Winterfell. We have Theon and Yara off from the Iron Islands trying to find someone to help them whilst they're fleeing away.
Because people kind of give a Theon again.
Yeah. Hodor's dead, Summer's dead, Bran's a little White Walkers are coming.
Bran's so surely. Like, how are they going to escape? She ain't dragging him that far. That noise.
So yeah, Game of Thrones, everybody. We're not going to rate this because we don't do that.
Rate it. Well, we do, but we're not doing it for this. We're halfway through.
We're halfway through.
We're halfway through. We'll get the season rating when we come back in 5 weeks' time and do another one. How about that?
That leads us very nicely on to probably the thing that we should have mentioned at the beginning of the video to keep you hooked.
We'll record this.
Tap back on. Now we come to the important bit.
The giveaway!
Exactly. So young Aaron and I have been talking for a few weeks that we wanted to do something for you, our happy-go-lucky viewers. Now we know a lot of you are already subscribed, but over the next 5 weeks we are going to be running a brief competition whereby anybody that subscribes between now and our end of the season chat will be in with a shot of winning this.
It's here somewhere.
It's here. I'll put it over his face.
Daenerys riding dragon. Oh god, in a pop form.
Daenerys rides pop. I believe it's out the week after Game of Thrones this season finishes. So after the we have announced the results of the giveaway, just wait a week and we'll give it to you.
Basically, first point. This is UK only. Only. We are not shipping to you anywhere else because basically we don't make any money out of this. We're doing a nice giveaway. So we're doing
that noise.
Yeah, noise basically. Number 2, if you're subscribed already, get your nan to subscribe. Get your sister, get your brother, get your dog, get your cat. Just subscribe again. They can be in the competition for you.
Exactly. We
don't mind that. You can abuse other people's YouTube account or whatever. However you want to do. Just resubscribe some other way.
Number 3, this is open to anybody that subscribes from when this video goes up to when the other video goes up in 5 weeks' time as well.
Then it's over.
Then it's over.
So if you subscribe the day after that next video,
no chance.
Done.
See ya.
That's the final day. The day of the posting is the final day to subscribe, and the giveaway's done.
We're going to be going to MCM Comic Con this weekend and flogging our business cards all over the joint. We'll also be mentioning the giveaway, so there might be quite a few of you by hopefully in 5 weeks' time. Who knows?
Exactly. So share the video, share it wherever, and just let everybody know we're doing a giveaway.
Exactly.
It's £25 pop.
It's a £25 pop.
But you get it for nothing.
Exactly.
Just subscribing to us two clowns. So speaking of pops, if you like pops, go check out a page on Facebook called Pop Luck UK, which is basically a pop giveaway page.
They run weekly, daily, they run regular raffles where you can hopefully get your holy grail of pops as well. A lot of the pop giveaways are only £2 a shot for every raffle ticket, so it's definitely worthwhile. And if you're as big of a pop collector as I and Aaron, and we know a lot of you are, then it's definitely worthwhile checking it out.
So yeah. Do that.
Give that a like, give us a like, give the video a like, give us a comment, get other people to subscribe, because anybody that subscribes in the next 5 weeks will be in a shot, but I can't talk.
Be in with a shot to win a pop.
And that's what we want.
That's what we're doing, so subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
This has been The Squawk, we have been PopVulture, my name is Cole.
My name is Az.
And we shall bid you Hodor.
Hold the door.